welcome back to the Gadget Man 369 channel. Today we're going to continue the build on the big one. And we're going to make some motor tubes for the sustainer section of the rocket. And if we have enough time, we will glue them all together with the engine tube couplers. Okay, I think today's video is going to be very short. You know how that works out. Anyway, without further ado, let's get building. Alright, we're going to start building these motor tubes, engine tubes. And here's some drawings on the dimensions. Can you see that on the top? Whoop. There we go. You can pause that, print it, whatever. Yeah. This is the engine tube A sheet. Okay, and you can see the dimensions on here. It's got 8 1/4, no, 8 1/8 by 6.812. Okay, yeah, we have this one, engine tube sheet B, and those dimensions are 11.875 by 6.812. Okay, and lastly we got engine tube sheet C, which is 8.375 by 6.812. Okay, and we're going to do engine tube sheet A first. Okay, so you're gonna have to get a piece of this paper out here. Let's see, which way do I like it? Being it's going to be rolled up this way, you can see the natural curve of the paper. I'll make that easier. Okay, so I forgot to get my calipers out. Okay, so we're gonna get this set at 6.812. Okay, you can see that there. Alright. You don't have to be real stinking accurate on this measurement like we did on those other parts. This is just an engine tube. Okay, so I got that, I got that. Let's go ahead and do the marking system. Hold that down there. Go on the other side, push it down. Alrighty. Okay, come over here. Just make sure it's decently squared. That way. Okay, where's those marks? One there, one there. Make it a little easier to see this. Let's just see what happens. Pencil is straight up. I can hold it like this. Okay, ruler's up against that. Don't change the position of the pencil. Good. Kind of hold that down, and you could kind of press hard or even go over it twice. You'll see the reasoning behind that. Okay. Now we have 8.125. That's an 1/8 of an 8. 8 and an 1/8 of an inch. Okay. Yeah, you want to be fairly accurate on this length. Okay. I think you guys by now know exactly what I'm doing with the pencil here. Okay, there's that. Let's go ahead and... Oh, that's it. Break the pencil. Okay. Grind, grind, grind away. That's what our teachers in school used to say when we were over sharpening the pencils. with those hand crank. Get a brand new pencil and just start sharpening them until there's nothing left. The reason why we press down on that lead a little bit hard is it makes this easy. We're gonna make a tear here. Try and do this where you guys can see this. Boy, I'll tell you what, it's kind of tricky to do it this way. Okay, otherwise I'll be doing it out of the camera. Okay, set that aside. Fold it on the pencil line. Look how easy that folds on the pencil line. It just works out that way. Kind of like, look at how the paper, I'm holding that bent a little bit like that. And that makes it tear right on the line. Just like that. Okay. Now, you notice there's this torn edge here, and you got the sharp edge. We're going to make this ragged edge on the outside when we roll that tube. That way it'll have a smoother edge on the finished product. Now, take your handy dandy tube. This is that same tube that we did when we made a bayonet mount thing, just for the heck of it. I already showed you what this was. Let's see. Okay. Okay, that's like 1.065. You could see that. That's the diameter of this. Like I said, you want to get one of these from Ace Hardware or Lowe's or something. But you can see the number on it, 1785. Okay. The end of it kind of looks, you know, it's a thick-walled standard. And like I told you last time, you put this thing in the sun and it's nice and warm right now. That way, when you make this and it cool, you know what I mean? It's not going to get tightened up on it. If you do it with a cold tube, what'll happen is when the tube heats up, then you won't be able to slide this engine tube off of it. Let's see where we're at here. Oh my God, look at that. It came out perfect. Man, that doesn't happen too often. Okay. Get the glue. Yeah, you don't want to wind that up on there so tight that you can't slide it. But it is snugly wound up on that thing. Let's see, you're going to put enough glue on here so when I roll it up, it'll push that glue a little bit out of the edge, and then just roll it up like this. Okay, just like that. Now, what you want to do right away is get this moving. Okay, it's not real tight. Okay, it's just snug on here. Okay, now I'm gonna, let's see if I could, okay, we're gonna burnish this a little bit. Remember this? Look at a previous video on the other rocket build. What this does is it kind of helps the tube stay around, and another thing it does, it'll loosen it up on here. Okay. Yeah, see, I can tell it's loosened up. I'm going to do the other side. Okay, going around like that, you notice that it makes it shine a little bit. Look at that, huh? Yay, Jaeger. I boogered that up. See, like if you're coming back like that, I did catch a little bit of that. So it's the motion is pushed down hard going out, and slightly lifted up on the way back, and not hit that lip there. Okay. Very good. Now, after the burnishing, this slides really easy, and I got a warm tube. Put the tube back out in the sun. Set this aside. Find a place to put it. Alrighty, that's one. got another piece of paper here. Let's see, where is it? There, sheet B. Now we have the same width as before. 6 point, I'm gonna leave this like that because all the tubes all across the inside of that rocket have the same width as that. 6.812. 6.812. There we go. Let me get rid of this. Go like this. Oh, better put that lid on there. If that glue dries on the end of there, you won't be able to use it. Okay, so let's just do our usual routine here. Just like that. Okay. While I'm over here, I'm going to mark that. Rotate the pencil a little bit. Okay. This will be the longer of the sheets. Put that in there like that. See, when you're angling the back side of that pencil right there on this back side should be vertical. Never mind this side, because we're not drawing, we want the pencil straight up and down. Hold that down there. Then I can move that ruler. Okay. Don't let the ruler move. Okay. Press down kind of hard. Okay. Now, what do we got? Okay, 11.875. 875. Oh, I don't know offhand what the heck that is. Oh, that's let's see. Well, I'm gonna have to move this. Okay, 875. 8. I'm gonna find out right now. I don't have any of that stuff memorized. Like I have better things to do than going around trying to memorize that stuff. 875. That's wrong. Okay, 8. Oh, it was right. 875.875. Now let's see what the heck that is on there. That's what I thought. 7/8. Okay. 11 and 7/8. Wow. That'll use up most of that. 875. See, I made these dimensions and calculated all this because these sheets, when you buy these things, they usually don't come exactly 9 by 12. And that's kind of a bummer. Okay, I want to make this one precise. Okay, there we go. Now, gonna do this like that. Boy, yeah, here we go again. Let's see. I don't know if you could see that or not. Okay, just trying to keep it in the camera with my fingers, and that way you can grip the paper. Okay, set this one aside. This one here looks like I'm gonna have to cut this off with the X-Acto knife. Right down the center of that line. All right, that was a good one. Now you could just discard this. Put that protector back on. All right. Now we're going to take our sun-heated tube and we're going to do the same thing. Okay, that's the jagged edge where I tore it across there, so I want that on the outside of this tube. Makes it, like I said, smoother. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Oh, that's going to be off. Okay, not going to get lucky every time. Make an adjustment, tweak it, try it again. I'm looking at the edge a little bit more. Yeah, that can be a little tricky. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to look on the other side. Ooh, there we go. Okay, get this off of there. Okay, draw another bead on there. I'm doing about 1/8 of an inch off the edge of that paper with that glue. Okay, now just roll it right back up. I kind of like holding it down, and you could tell when you're hitting the edge of that because it kind of has a lumpy feel to it. Roll it up and down like that. Okay, that was a good one. Now, here's the problem. That's it, knock everything down. I never have everything prepared. There's always something I need. I'm gonna wipe that excess glue off of my pad. You don't want that to dry on there. Okay, now, do this again. If you start on that joint right there, then when you go around, you'll know when you get back to it that you're done. Okay. And doing this, you'll see how this loosens that tube up on there. Trying to keep it in the view. Okay. Sometimes I have that sitting down on here. There we go. Okay. And there we go. See how that, oh, see? Burnishing it does loosen it up. So right now it's just snug. Okay, let's get the first one out that we did and mark that A. Yeah, as it's drying, it kind of like is getting out around, but we'll take care of that when that glue completely dries. Okay, this is B. Should have wrote that on there when it was on the tube. Okay, set this back out in the sun, and we have engine tube sheet C. Got to change that. I got that backwards. It doesn't sound right. And again, the width is 6.812, and the length of this one's going to be 8.375, which is 8 and 3/8. 8 and 3/8. Okay. All right. Get some more paper out. Come on. Ooh. There we go. I like that side better. Can just use the ruler for this. Okay. 1, 2, 3/8. 8 and 3/8. Okay. Just like this. Okay. Now we need that 6.812. Okay. All right. What side am I going to go off on? This side, I guess, this time. Doesn't matter what side you do it. Whatever feels comfortable. There we go. Go like this. Go like that. Where's that? Make sure it's the right one. Is that the mark right there? Alright. Okay. Just like this. Darn, it moved. I hate that when that happens. I got that sandpaper on there, and that's the first time. Let's see. Oh, the ruler is not. It's warped. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, there's that one. Sharpen the pencil a little bit. Okay. Do the fold and tear thing. Boy, it's just easy to cut this simply by just tearing the thing. Like that. Put that aside. Okay. Just taking my fingernail and making a nice sharp crease in it. Here's that. And we are about ready for this. Okay, got this tube over there in the sun, nice and warm. Okay, let's just see where I'm at. Boy, that is so close. I need a slight tweak. Okay, I gotta go a little bit farther. It's like I'm moving that tube, but it's so little that you can't even tell that you're moving it. Okay, just a little bit more. Man, there's a bug in here. Again, a happy little bug. Okay, you can take it and roll it like that a little bit. Let go of that, but keep down pressure on that. Boy, that bug. There we are. Okay. Now I'm going to roll that up on there, and then I'm going to feel for that bump. Okay, that's where that joint is. Okay, good. Did I get any glue on that? I hear that bug. It's buzzing around my head. Okay, you know what we're going to do next. Burnish it down. Makes it easier when I lay that down on the edge. Like that. Do this side. That'll loosen the tube. Boy, when that tube cools off, it's gonna make these things fit easily on there. Okay, that's really good. Okay, now let's go ahead and grab our other tubes. Be a little tricky getting that on there because it's bent. I'm gonna line up those joints just for the sake of being neat. Boy, that would be nice. If you cut the tube, this tube to the length of all three of these, that's close, then you won't have to worry about the end of it getting hit or something. Let's see how many times I hit that thing. Okay. Butt that up against there. Okay, don't jam it up against there, but just butt it up neatly against there. Okay, Now we got this. Got to be careful with this end. There's about 3/4 of an inch sticking out. Man, I wonder how long this is. Okay, I'm going to measure it. Okay. There's that bug. Okay. Make a tick mark there. A tick mark over here. And let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm going to call it 5, which is beyond this. Okay, so you got 24 plus 5. There we go, some old-fashioned math. I don't have my calculator. I just don't want to make a mistake. Okay, now what you could do is when you get one of these pipes, just go ahead and cut it at 30 inches. And then you'll have a little bit sticking out at both ends. You don't have to worry about, you know, having an accident with the end of that. Okay, we got that. Okay, now you're going to take this sheet here from the first one. I'm going to go ahead because I marked all those. There's B, there's A, and here's C. I forgot to mark that on there just for the sake. So you got A, B, and C. Okay, you could set this off to the side, and you're going to lay this piece out. Okay, I don't know if I have a drawing for that yet or not. Did I make a drawing? Oh boy. Maybe I didn't. Okay, I didn't make a drawing. I did lay it out. But anyway, we have this 6.812. That's between here and here. And what we're going to do is we're going to lay out 1/2 inch wide strips across there, which I already did. There we go, and this is what I got. You need 4 of them. This will be for the entire project. But we're not going to do the upper section yet, so instead of losing that final piece, just leave it on there, and we'll cut it later when we get to the nose section of that. Okay? Now we're going to undo this cap off the X-Acto knife. Here we go again. Angels sing every time. Okay. You don't have to be really accurate about this. This is what we're going to glue the tubes together with. Like that. Like this. Like that. Okay. Just like this. Oh, I cut the 4th one out. Whoops. Okay, that's alright. I can make a new one if I end up losing that. Let me put that away, and if I get lucky, it'll still be around. Okay, so you could take a scrap piece of paper. That bug. Okay, take your glue. Okay, the paper wants to naturally roll this way, so this will be the underside. Okay, let's see if I could do this without making a mess. Okay, just put some glue on there. I think we're gonna laminate. Oh, geez. Yep, there we go. Okay. Boy, I don't like that. Okay. Yeah, that glue stuck to my fingers. And then it made it turn over. Okay. And like usual, I didn't make a gluer. I'll just use my fingers. Okay, you got to be a little quick on this step here, because that glue will start drying too fast. Okay, fingers clean. I'll make a gluer. Okay, now you could eyeball that. Put this right on top of the center of that, and kind of pull it. Not real tight, but snug. Okay, and then when you get to the other end, that was good. I'm gonna roll this right on top of itself. Just like that. Okay. Okay, very good. All right. Okay, I'm gonna look at this drawing really quick. It's kind of like a layout of where the bulkheads go. And I'm just thinking, those bulkheads. Boy, I don't have enough room in here. There we go. There's those bulkheads. So let's put that on there for obvious reasons. I'm just gonna make a tick mark. Yep, upside down. Okay, which one is which? Okay, that's A. Let's see, turn it around. Okay, there's A. How many bulkheads are we gonna have on that? Okay, now if this is open, because I could just slide that on there. Bulkheads. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's open, 7 inches. And that's off the skin, and that's not off of this. This is a little tricky to read here. See, that's a parachute ejection side. How about we just go off of this edge? Okay, I'll show you what I'm going to do. Oh, yes. Okay, gonna have a 1/2 inch here. That's where that bulkhead goes. Okay, to the next one. 3 inches. You'll understand why I'm doing that. Okay. Okay. 2.354. Is that right? Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, and I got that bug flying around here. Let's see, what is that? 357. It's over. Let's see, 1, 2. It's over 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to just guess and say that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/16. But I only need to get it kind of close. I just want to know where the bulkheads are going to be in relation to this joint here. Okay. 5. Okay. Okay, there's 5 inches here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This isn't the exact position where they're gonna be, but okay. Same here. Okay, 5. I just don't want them to interfere. There's a 3rd one. Making sure there's some other marks on here. Shoot. Let's see. Okay, that's the correct one. Okay. Do I have another one? How many of those? Yes, I do. Okay, 5. And there. Okay. Now, this is all I wanted to know. We need to put 2 bulkheads on here. We don't even need to glue them on right now. Just slide them on there before we put that on there, because after we put that on there, you won't be able to slide the bulkheads on. You gotta be careful not to like booger up the bulkheads. Every time you're in a hurry doing something, things go wrong. You know how that goes. Okay, just grab 2 of these. I'm gonna use this one. That's the best looking one, I think. So I'm gonna just pick 2 other ones. This and this. And this is something from an earlier, like the first couple of steps that we did. Okay, I like the way that looks, so I'm going to just call it base. That's the very bottom one, the one that's going to go down here that shows. Okay, so we got 2 bulkheads. That's it. Knock it out. Knock it out of the park. Okay, there's these guys. Yeah, that's a precision fit on here. So what we need is 2 bulkheads in here. Now I've got a problem. How am I going to lay this down? I want to keep this on here. Okay, there's where we're going to glue that joint together. We need to get that on there, because there's no way that you're going to slide that over those. So, we need something to sit this on. How about something like this? Okay. Just got to put something underneath here. There we go. Okay, that's good. It wants to roll off of there. Okay, I'm gonna put that down there. There, that'll hold that down. Now, we're ready to glue this next strip up. Get your glue. I don't have a gluer, I'm just gonna use my fingers again. Get some glue on there. Generous amount. Yeah, don't spread it yet, because if you spread it and then by the time you get this side done, it'll dry on you. Boy, it's really hard to do this and film it at the same time. Okay, that's enough on there. Put the lid back on. Okay, like that. Hold it on the edge like that so you won't get glue all over your fingers. Okay, wipe your finger off. Okay, now I don't know, hoping you guys can see this. Okay, get it down and square. See what we got here. Don't push down real hard, because you want to align this on there like that. Okay, good. There we go. Look at that. The engine tube coupler. Look at that. It even looks neat. Too bad that ain't going to show. Okay, and for now, you just leave these centering rings. Just leave them on there like that. Okay, look at that, huh? Now, you know what I'm going to do? Boy, that's getting tight on there. Uh-oh. Can I get that back in there? Yeah. Okay, so we know that's going to shrink on here, so I'm going to give this a burnishing. Yeah, you saw that boo-boo. I'm lucky I got that darn thing back in there. I'm going to burnish that down a little bit, and that'll loosen it. We don't want that on there so tight that we can't slide this off of here. We'll certainly find out that. Usually when you put that much glue in layers, when it dries, it'll shrink a lot. Okay, burnish this one down. Probably should wait for it to dry a little longer than I did. This side is much better. Okay, the tube is nice and warm. Okay, I really wouldn't, let's see. Okay. Alright, that's today's build. And next week, we're gonna glue that, that bayonet nozzle thing on the end of this. And glue all the bulkheads on this piece. And that'll be, I don't know if you're supposed to have movie names on there, but I was desperate. Anyway, that's our build today. I'm going to set that down real carefully. Ooh, that's not going to work. Anyway, we're going to have to put this in a safe place. If you have a dowel or something, you could just put it inside that tube and then jam that dowel and set that on something so this is just sticking out, not in a place where you're going to walk into it, but where it'll be safe until next week. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right then, that was a pretty easy little build. Let's grab this thing. I got it sitting. I put these things close together and I have it sitting in there like that. Maybe you could set it in the bookcase or something. Put these bulkheads in here like that. Don't glue them in. And this should slide off, hopefully, when this tube cools down. Okay? We won't need to heat the tube up again until we do the nose section engine tubes. Here we go. All right. Well, that's it for today's video. Until next week. This is the Gadget Man 369 signing off.